everybody, it's Annalie. Today I am going to make a scene using Where Nature Meets Home Altenew layering stencil set. It makes this really cute cabin in the woods. I'm going to try to do a reverse image and make it look like it's on a lake. So I have set up my stencil, my first stencil, and I just put little tiny pencil marks right here so that I know exactly where to match up the next stencils. This is for a challenge that Jen Rosara has done for this week, where you use an element upside down. So what I'm going to try to do is figure out how to make this look like a reflection image on a lake rather than on the grass. So bear with me because I haven't done this. So I just kind of want to see what I need to do to make this work. I'm going to start with the roof and the windows. I'm going to make the windows kind of like a peachy glow here. And the roof line, maybe the Sicilian amber. And I'm gonna use my yellow brush. So I'm just gonna very carefully try to avoid those windows and just get the roof here. And then that's all I'm doing. I'm not going to do any of this grassy area, at least not yet, because I want to see exactly what I need to do to make a reflection. Now to do this, I have to really make sure to clean off the stencil, because I will then also have to flip it down here. And I need to match it up. I want to make sure when I match it up that these lines are even. So I think that looks pretty good. And then I'm going to take my pencil again and make just little tiny marks here again, so that I know when it's flipped that that's where I'm gonna match up my stencil. So I'm just gonna use this again, and much lighter because this is the reflection. And same thing for here. Need a little bit more of that. And again, really clean this off. Okay, so that's going to be part of the reflection, and then we'll move on to the second stencil. Here's number 2. So I'm going to match this up with the bottom right next to those pencil marks. And then I also line up right here because that's where it matches up. Now I'm going to use some brown Sicilian amber for the trees. And I'm going to make them darker at the top. I'm holding this one piece down because this one piece jiggles around a little bit. And see, I'm not going all the way into the bottom. Although, maybe I can make this look a little bit like water. I'm going to try this. I'm going to try to make the this look a little bit like water right here. We'll see. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Clean this off really well. And then flip it right over. Match it up there again. Again, I lined those up right here. Take that Sicilian amber and make a lighter version of the trees. Okay, so far so good. Pardon my cough. Now, number 3 is some of the leaves. Let's see, where does this go? It should go here. I'm matching up right here, and again, of course, on this pencil line. And I'm going to use Forest Glade for this one. And I like to make different shades so that they're not all the same. And let's see. Maybe I really got to think this through. This part will definitely be blue. Do I want all of that blue? Maybe. I think I just want it right on the lake. So we'll just make all of this part look like a lake. It might not be perfect when I'm done. Most likely will not be perfect when I'm done. But it's worth trying. It's fun. I really want to be sure not to have any ink left on the stencil because I don't want it to, when I flip it, I don't want it to show up on the cardstock. So now this is where the trees are. It's a little harder to match up because my branches don't go that far down. Actually, all of this is going to have to be pond, isn't it? Okay. Number 4. This is more of the trees, more of the leaves, and a little bit of more darker blue here. This is kind of fun. I'm going to use frayed leaf for this tree part. And then I do want a darker, maybe moss, and a smaller brush for these darker ones. This is going to be right along the edge. These are the pine trees that are right along the edge of the lake. Just a little in here for shading. Kind of going by, playing it by ear here. Maybe teal to add in a little bit more of this water. And then flip it to get the details. Trying to get the trees reflected in here as well. We'll see how it comes out. No guarantees. This is the cloud, this is the sky. I'm just going to use the blue that I have left on here. Some galactic stream. There. Also here. And then I need color for the house. Maybe I'll leave the house white. What color should I make the house? Maybe a little paprika? A little paprika house? What I don't like is that they did the windows first. So I'll have to go over those again with a marker. And then just get the house down here. And I think that's all we need to do. Should we do a little blue? A little blue of the sky? Just see what happens with that. Well, you kind of get the idea. This part right here isn't great, but that's okay. And then I'm gonna have to fill in some of these areas with marker. So I have some alcohol markers, and I'm going to fill in the stream area. With some of the marker. Kind of makes it look like a little lake, right? I'm sure if any of you others try to do this, you're going to make it look so much better. We'll add some Do I want this part green? To make it look kind of like it's on a hill, maybe? Maybe. Sorry, I keep hitting the camera with my glasses. The fun part about stencils is that you can kind of do what you want. change it up a little bit. So this part is going to be grass instead of water. Sorry, I'm talking so funny. I'm talking in spurts rather than actual sentences. Okay, now a trick that JC added was just to put in a few little lines of separation here using a fine black tip. I don't want this very dark here, but just a little bit to bring out the trees and the reflection. The roof line. I start this, I don't really know when to stop, so we'll see how it looks when I'm finished. It's kind of bland. Maybe I'll use a marker. Spruce up the house a little bit. It's cute. Cute, cute, cute. cute. Maybe I can do some just bring out the leaves a little bit more. Because they got kind of covered up with the blues. Just adding in the little details makes a huge difference. I mean, I love a stencil look too, but watching JC, I wish I remembered his last name. He has a lot of videos on the Altenew channel, plus he has his own. He is fabulous to watch, so if you need any ideas, he used this stencil and this technique to make his look absolutely fantastic. I mean, I'm going to come in here and do some of these pine trees. His looked so much better. I'm not sure what this is. I messed up there, but that looks like a good place for a sentiment, maybe. Okay. So it's not perfect. I do need to trim this edge. So I have a sentiment picked out here from the Altenew Heartfelt Sentiments. It says, wishing you comfort and peace. Normally I don't put it smack in the middle of the card. I like to put it on the thirds line, but because I have that blunder there, this little thing going nowhere, I am going to try to cover that up and just place the sentiment right here in the middle and hope that it doesn't blur. But if it does, I'll stamp it again on a sentiment strip. I think that'll work. I think that'll work. So I attached that with double-sided tape just because it had warped a little bit. So sometimes using the liquid glue doesn't allow it to straighten out. So I just threw on some double-sided tape, added a little seagull, the sentiment, and I think that's it. It actually worked. I'm so happy. All right, well, thanks for joining me. I hope you will give this a try. Play around with your stencils and see what you can come up with. And I hope to see you again soon. Take care.